We're here at a top secret London location to meet the stars of Strictly Ballroom. Jonny.
But it's okay because we've got Verve Clico.
Absolutely.
Our best friend. How's it going?
Very well. We're very hot after doing 20 minutes of what you do all night.
He's putting you through your paces.
He is.
Yeah, he's very
This
impressive.
humidity, something.
Yeah.
So, what was it about the role that said, that's mine, I've got to have that role, when you fired yourself up for your first audition?
I mean, firstly, I got to know Strictly Ballroom through my partner, Chrissy. She auditioned for the tour. And so we sat down of an evening and watched it, and I remember looking at Scott's part and just thinking, like, that is just everything that I want to do as a performer. You know, he's a very straight down, he's a very arrowed character, very straight down the line, very
knows to deliver comedy,
knows his limits as well. You know, he's under this oppression, this big like frustration bubble of the Federation, and wanting to break out and do his own thing. But he's just got such a heroic, but also quite unconventionally heroic story.
He's a rebel.
Yeah. Yeah, so you're sort of taught at the start to almost lovingly hate him. You know, you sort of grow to love him because he's so.
As he grows to love
her.
Yeah.
You know, and she brings out different qualities, and he gets a really sort of knocking down to earth by Rico's character. You know, when he really puts him in his place, and I think from then we see sort of a different side to Scott.
Now, my clients are coming from all around the UK to see Strictly Ballroom.
Yeah.
Why should they see your show rather than someone else's? Come on, they're out there listening.
I think what this show does brilliantly, especially for the British public, is that it hits on so many popular things in Britain at the moment. Obviously, with ballroom, and everyone loves the spectacle, the dresses, the flamboyant colours. And
you've even got a Trump lookalike.
We do, yeah, but that is completely by chance. I actually looked that up, and that comparison's been made, but it's just hilarious that it's so topical. But also that also means that the show's got a definite place in the London community. Is that it's very topical, it's very now. But also, as well as the dancing, the fabulous costumes. You know, Drew McConey, our director and choreographer, Tony Award winner, now off to do Broadway and King Kong. You know, he's literally in such demand. And he's he's got so much more to do. But it's funny, it's a good night out. If you love your ballroom, you're going to have a good night. If you like Will Young, you're going to have an excellent night. If you love your theatre, it's just got that whole package.
What is the most magical moment in the show for you personally as a performer? What's the bit that gets your hair standing on it?
The end of the Act 1 it's a real. There's the fire on the stage in a literal sense, but there's also a fire.
Comes together. There's so many ways.
There's a good fire in the scenes, and that sort of transition of handing over knowledge from that Spanish community into a world that Scott's never been a part of.
So my people are going to be in here for 2.5 hours watching your show,
drinking a bottle of that. Yeah.
What else should they do in their 2 days in London? If you had 48 hours in the capital, what would you recommend? Sightseeing, bars, shopping, you name it.
I mean, we're right in Soho, so I mean, there's everything and all of the above for all sorts of tastes and differences. But I'm actually looking into a bit of a cruising down the river. I've never done that. Apparently, you can get it from Embankment, and it stops right outside my house.
We actually include a free river cruise with a lot of.
Well, there you go. There you go. There's your afternoon sorted. I'm Jonny Labey, and this is Super Break.